All right, I think I'm live. Just checking the sound here, turning off the desktop audio. Checking. Checking 1, 2. Yep, it looks like it's working fine. Let's see. Well, that's not. Wonder why. There it is. Okay, so it is live. Perfect. Yep. So, yeah, it is Tuesday here in Medellin, and it is 6:50. It's almost 7. I did order food, so may have to wait for that to get here. Well, he hasn't even left the restaurant yet. But I'm going to be recording this second part to the first module of the SEO course that I'm going to be giving out for the people that are part of my newsletter on how to do search engine optimization. Again, search engine optimization is the reason why I own 6 Airbnbs out here. I have a nonprofit organization. I'm able to travel and do anything I want. I have 24 different employees, and not only here in Colombia, but across kind of the globe. In the US and the Philippines, there are a couple, India, Canada, etc. So there is a reason to why I'm putting this out there. It's because there's a lot of people that want to, reach financial freedom, whatever that means to you. I think that everyone has their own version or their own description of what financial freedom looks like and what it means to them. For me, financial freedom means that I get to do what I love to do. It means that I get to provide for the people that I care for the most, which are my friends and family, obviously family first and friends as well, my business partner, Joel, and be able to travel and do this wherever I go. So, search engine optimization, digital marketing has allowed that for me. And I want to share it with the world and give it out for free. I know that one of the things that has been very true in my life is the more that I give, the more that I receive. A lot of people, when entering business or doing business, they don't want to give out their quote unquote secrets or all of their secret sauce. There's a lot of these buzzwords out there. For me, particularly in digital marketing, everything that I've learned basically for free. Everything that I know how to do is out there. So I'm basically just regurgitating everything that I've learned and that I've applied to create this success online for our clients, particularly in the drug and alcohol rehab niche in the United States. That's our main clientele. I'm just giving that up for free. I'm putting that out there for free, and I'm giving the stuff that I know that I've figured out myself in a more digestible format. And this SEO course is very proactive, I would say, because you need to, in every module, there's a task that you have to do. If you don't complete the task, if you don't do the task, you're not going to find success. So I do owe everything that I have in life to digital marketing, search engine optimization. So I want to pay it forward. I learned everything that I know online basically for free. I've never taken a paid course, if you could believe that. I've always found when I started doing search engine optimization and digital marketing, I was broke. So it's not like I could have afforded to take a course. So everything that I've learned through trial and error by working for clients. And also, I've learned through courses online that are all free. There are many mentors out there that give this information out for free. So I've been able to acquire that knowledge, and then I've been fortunate enough, I guess if you want to, for a lack of a better word, fortunate enough to be able to experiment everything that I learn with clients and on my own websites, and have figured out what has worked for us and what doesn't work for us, and continue to try new things, because that's what the internet is. It's ever evolving. It's its own universe. It's always growing and evolving. There's always new trends, new tactics, new strategies, new things to consider, new websites to consider, new tools to consider. So you're ever growing. You never. That's kind of the double-edged sword with any work online, I think, is that you're always going to have to be learning. It's not like back in the day when you can just go and study something and you become a machinist and you know how to handle this machine, or a forklift operator, and that's what you know how to do, and you'll never have to learn anything else. Maybe there'll be a newer forklift, but for the most part, you're not going to have to be continuously learning that trade or evolving in that trade. With the internet, even if you're just a writer, you would think that writing is pretty straightforward and simple. You just do research, you use your creativity, what you've learned in school of how to formulate an article, whether it's a news article, an essay, a blog post, even writing a book or a short story. But on the internet, that's not true. That's ever evolving, because of the fact that if you want anybody to read that, they have to find it using a search engine, and search engines are always evolving to become smarter, to give out the best search responses or the search results that most make sense to them or to the search engine, which is catered to a human. And then now we have add into the mix the whole voice search. Now most people, or I would say many people, use the Google search function or the Alexa search function or the Siri search function, and that has made search engines evolve as well, and also content marketing and content creation evolve as well to cater to those more human type questions, where you're not typing in just a two-worded search phrase. You're literally speaking into it, and maybe even saying a small sentence to even a couple sentences, even a paragraph, to figure out what you're trying to do or find through the search engine. So this is ever evolving. So I'm recording these as I finish them, or as I create them, these modules, and I'm going to be putting the whole course on my website, andrewmacia.com, and it'll be for free. And there will be PDFs, there will be worksheets to accomplish. For example, in this second part, or part 2 of module 1 for keyword research, there are a couple of worksheets that need to be done. So there's going to be a lot of value in this, and I want to make it as great as possible for beginners. And I would say this is for beginners and intermediates, and even in some cases advanced search engine optimization professionals, or even people working in the marketing field, because search engine optimization is just one aspect of marketing as a whole for a company. And it's just a part of digital marketing for the whole marketing strategy for a company. So, for example, creating buyer personas. If you have a small business and you don't have buyer personas, then you need to watch what I'm going to tell you right now and do the and do the activity or the task or the homework that I have in this second part of module 1, because it deals with, and I'm talking about keyword research. Imagine, I'm talking about keyword research, but I'm telling you, if you don't have a buyer persona and you're trying to do keyword research to gain more traffic to your website, then you're going about it backwards. I know because that's how I started. I had to learn this all through experience and trial and error, losing clients at times because I wasn't prepared with this stuff. I wasn't prepared to tell $1 million company, hey, do you, or ask $1 million company, their digital marketing specialist or their digital marketing officer or their marketing officer or their CFO or their COO or their CEO, ask them, hey, where are your buyer personas? Can I take a look at them? And when they said no, I'd say, well, I can't continue if you don't have a buyer persona. Because for one, I didn't know how to create a buyer persona, when I started this 10 years ago. Second, I didn't, even if I did know or they did have a buyer persona and I received it, I wouldn't know how to go about it to do keyword research for targeted traffic to come to the website that's going to convert, or how to create content that's going to cater to maybe not the first buyer persona, but maybe the third or fourth buyer persona that's not going to be a transactional session on the website, but it's something that, for example, the Google AdWords or the Facebook marketing professional for that company can take and retarget that visit. I mean, this is a whole beast on its own when you're talking about a buyer persona and keyword research. So today I'm going to record part 2 of module 1. If you look on my YouTube page, andrewmacia.com, all you got to do on YouTube is look for Andrew Macia and you'll find my page. You can subscribe because every day I go live, and I'm going to go live every day creating the video part for each module. I think this first module, this first module, keyword research, has it has 3 parts because it's longer. Keyword research is like kind of the cornerstone of search engine optimization. So that's why it's there's a couple parts to it. I got to check on my food order before I start recording, or else I'll have to. Oh yeah, he's almost here. So I'm gonna wait a couple minutes here until my food gets here. I ordered a falafel bowl from Vinagreta. Vinagreta, if you guys come to Medellin, is one of my favorite places to order from because it's super healthy and it's good. And the name of the word is kind of a play on word, vinaigrette. It's vin and greta. And they basically do bowls, like fresh bowls. I'll tell you how much my bowls cost. It's pretty expensive, for Medellin to wrappy this. So they charged me 50,000 pesos for 2 bowls. The bowls are pretty big. So that's like $13, $14 for the 2 bowls, plus that includes the tip that I included there for the delivery. $50,000 for dinner for one person in Medellin is very expensive. Because you can go to the grocery store and buy for $50,000 almost basically half of your groceries for the month almost. If you really, found the right things. Maybe not the Carulla or the expensive grocery store, but if you went to like the market, like the mayorista or minorista where all the produce is and stuff, like the outdoor markets, with $50,000, 50,000 pesos, you could get a lot of food. But again, time is money for me. I would rather sit here and create this so that I can create an extra $10,000 in a few months, as opposed to going to the store and cooking and making my food. I guess that, I don't know. I guess that's my reasoning. Okay, so a little bit about myself, or I guess my business. Our business website is Big Gains Media, and we cater to drug and alcohol rehab centers in the United States. That's what has allowed me to live here in Colombia and buy various properties, put them up and gut them and remodel them and put them on Airbnb as high-end properties. we don't rent for less than a month, and going rate is about $2,500 per month on these properties. For Medellin and for Colombia and for South America as a whole, that's pretty expensive. And these are not even like the $1 million penthouses that you'll see on Airbnb as well. These are middle class apartments that have been remodeled and done really well. But right now, there's been an influx of tourists. Tourism has gone through the roof here in Colombia, or at least in Medellin. We're in a very well located area where I have all the Airbnbs, and we're at 90% occupancy, to the point where we're going to raise the prices per month just to see how high we can get them to go. I mean, let the market determine the price. So, if the market said, no, I'm not renting it for $2,500, I would lower it. But if we're at 90% occupancy for these 2-bedroom apartments, at $2,500, why not raise it and see how high we could go? So it's just a matter of trying. So, in regards to that, or the reason I mention that is because search engine optimization for me has been kind of the stepping stone, or the slingshot that got me to where we are today with money. I mean, literally that's what it comes down to, making money. And it's been a very cool ride coming here, 10 years ago, after being deported from the United States with not one dime in my pocket. I was negative money. I had a $2,000 credit card, and that's what got me through like the first couple of months in Bogota, where I landed, where I had a cousin who let me stay with her and her family, but I had to figure out a way out of there quickly. At 29 years old, I had shit. I had a suitcase with clothes in it that was sent to me by my parents, and a used laptop that I was borrowing. So I had to restart my whole life here after living in the United States for 29 years illegally. And then finally it all caught up, and then I was deported at 29 in 2009. And 11 years later, I co-own a 7-figure digital marketing agency that caters to drug and alcohol rehab centers in the United States. So that's why I want to create this course, because it's what got me over the last 11 years from being completely broke, not only financially, but emotionally, psychologically, to today being 41 and being able to do whatever the hell I want to do in life, including creating a course that I know is going to garner an extra $10,000 to $20,000 a month once I have it all created and I'm selling it for $500, $1,000 a pop, plus the community that it's going to create, plus the YouTube channel that I'm creating. So all of this is with the intention of giving all of this information out for free, but it's going to create and give me back more, because that's what I've done to get where I am today. Anytime I get a new client or a potential client, I give them all this information for free. I said, this is what you should be doing. This is what you can do. These are your content gaps. This is what your competition is doing. This is what you can do to gain 100,000 visitors per month more to your website and get more admissions to your drug rehab center. I give them that for free. And the reason I'm not afraid to give them that for free is because, for one, I've done it before, and I've given all this information for free. And sometimes I get hired and sometimes I don't. But typically they come back to me and say, hey, we'd like to work with you, because even though everybody tells us the same shit, nobody does it. And because it does take a lot of work. You need to have a team to do this on a larger scale if you want to grow the business. But and not everybody has that. Not everybody, and the search engine optimization or digital marketing is pretty analytical, meaning that you can gauge growth and you can forecast growth. but not many people can do it. Not many search engine optimization agencies or digital marketing agencies can do it there correctly because, one, it's a very competitive industry, search engine optimization. So a lot of people give their work out for free. I was one of them. I was basically working for very, very cheap, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, when I first got to Colombia and I had a laptop and I was looking for clients in the States, just emailing, cold emails, calling from Colombia to the United States, getting small businesses just to pay me $200, $300 to do search engine optimization. Imagine $200 or $300. I don't even, that's basically what we charge per hour. But I was doing that per month to just get the foot in the door and start something. Obviously, it took a while to get to the point where I can give someone results, especially at that price, because if you're doing search engine optimization by yourself and you're doing every aspect of it, the results are going to be coming in very, very slow because you need to create a lot of content. You need to create backlinks. You've got to work with buyer personas. You have to work with content writers, etc. So if you don't have that and you're doing all of it by yourself, it takes a long time. Oh, my food is here. There's a famous app here in Colombia called Rappi. My food's here. I'll be right back.